Hello loves, this is Magigoddess. Welcome to day 14 of 33 of collective messages. First we're going to get some planetary guidance for the upcoming week. And then I'm going to ask 7 questions with my True Forecast deck. And then ask for some advice with my Divine deck. I will be asking 7 questions today regarding your path, your soul, things like that. So first let's move this out of the way. Week of July 28th through August 3rd. This week is dominated by somewhat challenging energies, with Venus moving into home-loving Cancer on Wednesday. However, you can easily escape the stresses of the outside world by spending time pampering yourself at home. Turn your bathroom into a relaxing spa and cook yourself nutritious, tasty meals. But try to steer clear of indulgent sweets and treats. Avoid making important long-term decisions on Tuesday, as your gut instincts could lead you astray. Likewise, stay away from teamwork or dating on Friday, as you could be deluded into making the wrong choices. If someone is trying to undermine your confidence, consider that a red flag and distance yourself. Weekend outlook. The weekend is a welcome change to a rather tense, confusing week. Saturday is a great time for socializing and exercise, while Sunday is perfect for art, chores, and getting things done. You will feel a great sense of accomplishment and pride for any work you do today. Tips for a 5-star week. Don't allow people to shame or guilt trip you into going against your better judgment. If someone is trying to pressure you into making a decision that doesn't feel right, don't be afraid to say no. So, if you're curious where I got this planetary guide, I didn't buy it. It's a gift from my mom. She actually legit just gave me one for the next year too, so you guys, I'm set. But if I'm honest, these planetary guides for me, I don't know if you're backwards like me, but they're usually the opposite of what they say. So I don't know if I'm just a backwards baby or what, but take that as you will. You can tell I've had this blanket like forever. This little cute little tear. Alright, this is the stone that the deck chose. You can ignore my peely skin. I did some yard work, and you know how it is when you do yard work. So, I'm hearing gone from the bottom, but coming to the top. So, some of you are what they consider like underdogs. You know, people view you as, you know, maybe they underestimate you, and then before they know it, boom, you've made it. So that's the kind of energy you're in right now, which is amazing. Congrats, loves. Now, for our first question, I'm going to be asking, what is the overall energy of my collective when it comes to their soul at this time? The next question is, where are my loves at when it comes to their soul's mission? Came out. I'm hearing it came out reverse. I don't do reversals ever. I want a straight up meaning, and these cards got all kinds of meanings, so yeah. What is currently blocking your progress when it comes to like your soul? That's a lot. But hey, if we need that much, we need that much. So, okay. How can you best be helped and guided at this time? Important messages from your angels. Important messages from your spiritual guides. And what event is going to happen today after this reading? Oh, 2. Okay. Overall energy, we have insecurity. So at this time, you could have people trying to play on your insecurities, trying to, like, let's say every little thing you do, like, someone harps on. And you're eventually gets to a point where, like, can I do anything right? Ask yourself, am I trying? If the answer is yes, you're trying. Are you trying your best? If the answer is yes, you're trying your best. Your best and other people's best are indeed and in fact different. And no one should ever compare you to them because you are you and they are them. Only time you compare yourself to anything is, who do I want to be now? You can literally change in the moment. So, first question, soul. Unhappiness not being communicated. So, maybe someone is making you unhappy, something is making you unhappy. Regardless, you're unhappy with something, and instead of standing up for yourself or, saying something, basically letting people know, you better put some respect on my name. You should respect me. The only thing that makes you different is maybe you're born before me or after me, but that's a cycle of life. A title means nothing when you pass away. All that matters is the impact you leave on people's lives. So, if anything, tell them, okay, when you pass away one day, what kind of impact do you want to leave on me? What kind of impact do you think you're making right now? And if someone's like, that's harsh or that's ridiculous, actually it's not. When we go through crazy moments, or, when we have near-death experiences, we think of the things we wanted to do differently or did do differently. So, ask yourself, if this was my last moment, would I let someone treat me like this? Absolutely not. And it does you no good to not speak up for yourself. Someone has to do it, and it needs to be you. And if you're always looking for someone to rescue you, that's not going to help either. Always try and be your own hero, rescue yourself, set a good example. It's not on you what other people do, but, don't ignore yourself just because you're uncomfortable, because life is full of confrontation. As a kid, I didn't like confrontation, but growing up, as I gained consciousness and as I got older, my mind started forming. I was very confrontational. I have no problem with conflict. In fact, a lot of people who don't like conflict, a lot of times they'll shut down on me, etc., because I'm asking the questions they don't want. A lot of times when people are forceful or cruel, they don't like to be questioned, and they think if they're forceful and cruel, you won't question them. But when you question them, it makes you a target, but at the same time, they recognize, okay, this person isn't going to put up with it. Let me move on to the next target. And it's very sad but true. Like, it's an unfortunate way people choose to be, and it is a choice. You can say, you can say a lot of things, but I believe in constructive criticism, not just criticizing someone. So, if they're not helping you and they're just hurting you, then it doesn't really matter what they have to say, you know, because they're not here to help you grow or help you level up and become a better person. Those are the people you want to work with. You want to pay attention to, people who are actually going to, you know, try and help you understand so you can be your best self. Now, where you're currently at, passing sadness. So a lot of you are feeling like, why don't they care? They don't have to. I don't care if it's your mom, your dad, your sister, your brother, you grew up with them for 20 years. They don't have to care. But you do have to care about you. It's no one else's job to, you know. Personally, I think when you're born to a certain age, at 18, you're an adult. You can legally smoke all kinds of things. At 16, you can drive. I personally didn't get my driver's license until I was 18, and I really didn't want to, but I did. I decided to be an adult. But people aren't here to read your mind. People aren't here to care about your wants and needs. You have to figure out your own wants and needs. So that way you can tell someone, this is what I want from you. This is what I need for you. And don't have expectations that it's going to be met. What you need to ask yourself is this person trying? And if they're consistently trying and they're consistently showing that they're trying, they're showing up, that's someone you work with, you know, because we all struggle, okay? It's like a fitness journey. You don't just get fit in 24 hours. It doesn't matter like that. It doesn't happen like that. It takes time. It takes effort, okay? But someone who keeps doing the same thing over and over and just says sorry, and there's literally no behavior change, you're being ignored on purpose. And instead of being sad, say to yourself, this person is making me sad on purpose. So instead of staying with someone who makes me sad, I'm going to make myself happy, because relying on someone else for happiness will get you nowhere. You need to be happy with yourself, learn to love yourself, so you can teach other people what makes you happy, how to be loved. Because everyone has their own love language, everyone has their own way of being. So you have to teach people about yourself. And if people want to ignore what you teach them, that is not on you. It's the people who want to connect that matter. The people who do not want to connect, you don't have to, and they don't have to. And if you want their opinion to be none of your business, block them. Block their number. Don't go to that place again. Don't hang out with any of those people. I can say this because I've done this. Like, choose your happiness over whatever else is going on. So that's sad, but that's a part of life. Now then, what's blocking you? We have wait before reacting. Some of you are waiting too long to react to things, and some of you are reacting way too quick, like you're not thinking it through. Like, especially if it comes to someone who's like manipulating you mentally. I'll use a relationship I had as an example. They would message me all the time, constantly, give me lots of affection, love, whatever, and then all of a sudden they would be busy the rest of the day and just say they're busy. And I would say, okay. And so I would make a rule, like, I'll only text them every 3 hours. Well, when I wasn't constantly, they wanted me to constantly text them back because they were love bombing me. They wanted me to love bomb them, but they wanted to quit love bombing me, and they wanted me to continue to love bomb them. And when I wouldn't constantly give them love and affection, even when they were quote unquote busy, it was really unfair and really manipulative, because they would be like, oh, you don't love me as much, or They would get jealous when I'd be around other people, and just, it was really ugly. And so one day, I recognized this, and it took me a long time, years, because I grew up with that kind of behavior, love bombing, and then taking away attention, then love bombing, then taking away attention. I grew up with a lot of different things. So you'd think that because I grew up with it, I would recognize it. No, it isn't until I started really reading through messages. It wasn't until I started writing it down on paper. Ask yourself, every time you talk to someone, what was their intention with that conversation? Or straight up ask them, what's your intention in speaking to me this way? Are you just trying to get things done? Do you think it makes you feel better? Like, what's up? What is that? As soon as you discover someone's intention, that's all you need to know to either make a situation work or break it. Next, we have postponed journey you. So I'm kind of getting a vibe of like, you're stopping yourself for others. Maybe you're burning yourself to keep other people warm. Don't do for someone else what they would never do for you. I've definitely learned that. Never give expecting anything back, because then you're not really giving. You're just like, oh, I'm only giving to get. If someone gives to get, they're not giving. If you give freely and you feel perfectly fine giving and you feel good, and if they don't give back, you're still going to feel good, that's the kind of giving you should give. But if you're like, surely they'll do this for me, surely that, no. They're not here to read your mind. They're not here to be you. You have to make your wants and needs known. And, you know, I've been in relationships where you can say your wants and needs over and over and still be ignored. And then that's when you say, okay, they want their wants and needs met, but mine don't matter, so I'm out. And, you know, sometimes it just is what it is. And you could try everything, sure, to make it work. But if you're constantly trying to make something work that never works, it's not going to work. You know, there's a reason why it doesn't work. When it's equal, when it's nice, it has meaning. When it's not, it's demeaning. It demeans your value. You demean yourself. And you get stuck in this pattern of questioning yourself, blah, blah, blah. Self-confidence goes down. So, I've been there. My necklace keeps hitting the mic, so I gotta move it. Inability to meet challenges, confusion, which we already discussed that, so I guess I picked up on that. Maybe someone keeps challenging you, and I'm really kind of getting like, you have a person or some people in your life who confuse you on purpose so you don't see them for who they are and what they really do. That's why every time you have a conversation with them, write it down on paper and ask yourself, what's their intention? Even if it's a telepathic connection, I've had those. I'm like, okay, I tried to be understanding. Did they try to be understanding, or did they just try and get their way? Because every relationship is about compromise, and no one person is the same. So always pay attention to that, okay? Postpone journey them. I'm getting for a lot of you, you're not doing exactly what they want because they're so busy confusing you, you don't know what to do. So it's stopping you, it's stopping them. And I mean, when you both are in like the same kind of bad mindset, or you both are repeating the same kind of patterns, it keeps both of you from growing and becoming the best version of you. All your life, you're going to learn things. Choose to learn new things, gain a fresh perspective, gain, brand new energy. So go do something new today, whether it be read a book if you read books, watch a movie. I would say go for a walk, but it's so hot outside where I am, I wouldn't go for a walk. Look at nature in a YouTube video and imagine yourself walking there, or just look at the nature. Do something that's going to unwind your mind and relax you. Okay, and ask yourself, what am I feeling right now? I'm feeling good. This is what feeling good feels like. And then I want you to put on something stressful, whether it be a horror movie and there's a jump scare. I personally watched one of Casey's videos recently. It was Silent Hill 2 gameplay, and I had a huge jump scare. And I recognized my body was tense. It didn't feel good. So recognize when your body feels good and when it doesn't. Recognize when you're feeling uncomfortable with someone and when you're relaxed with someone. Ask yourself, why am I relaxed? Why am I comfortable? And I'm not telling you to do all this in the moment because it's really difficult. But as you're writing down certain conversations, as you're writing down even things you do just by yourself, find out what you're comfortable with and what stresses you out. That will help you out so much to work on things that make you feel uncomfortable and find the reason why. Don't feel good enough. Like I said, if it has no meaning, it will demean you. I picked up on that. So just some confirmation cards. Someone in your life is basically, it doesn't matter what you do, it'll never be enough. It's never good enough. And I'm hearing that song, Never Enough. Never enough, never enough. Like, I don't know the song, but those are the lyrics I'm hearing, and I'm getting chills. So if no matter what you do, this person's not happy, guess what? That person's not happy with their life. They're not happy with themselves. You're definitely not going to make them happy. If you're not already grateful with what you have, if you're not happy with what you have right now, nothing will ever satisfy you. Be grateful for your warm, comfy bed. If you have one. Even if it's a mattress on the floor, be grateful for the mattress on the floor. If you sleep on the floor, be grateful there's a floor for you to sleep on. You're not sleeping with bugs and twigs. And even if you are, be grateful to be alive and that you have the opportunity to change your life now. Recent emotional loss, you're slowly picking up on whatever this is, whether it be a job, whether it be a relationship, whether it be just maybe where you're living. It could be your neighbors, it could be your family, it could be your friends, it could literally be anything. Or it could just be like maybe you're in a messy environment and you want to clean it up. Every day pick up one item and eventually it'll get cleaned up. Start with baby steps. So you're putting a lot of emotion into something that is not making you feel fulfilled. So what's going to make you fulfilled? Wasted energy, effort, time, resources. Do yourself a favor. Give yourself a budget. Say, oh, I have $200 to spend today, and $1 equals 1 minute. And these are things you choose to spend your money on. So for 200 minutes, what are you going to spend that on? And each dollar you spend, put next to it why you spent it. And if you spend over than that, ask yourself, why did I spend this amount and was it worth it? And then based on what you see, based on what you do, one, you're doing cognitive behavioral therapy. That is literally you writing down everything you do. And when you analyze it, that's another part of cognitive behavioral therapy. How many hours did you sleep? How much did you eat? How much did you drink? How much you sleep? Based on how much you sleep, you can be tired all the time. You might think you're exhausted all the time. The truth could be, no, you're just not getting enough sleep. So make sure you take a 15-minute lay down, a 15-minute rest. It's been proven 15 minutes makes a huge difference. Lack of follow through. Like I said, if they're not committed to you, there's no point in you committing to them because they're never going to. They're never going to. Someone will commit to you instantly. And I mean instantly. When someone is interested in you, you know, because there's a constant exchange, a constant back and forth. There's a curiosity there. When it's crickets, when it's nothing, they're no longer interested in you. They no longer find you interesting. And as much as that hurts, it's better to admit that and to see that than to continue to be with someone who doesn't value you, be in a place where you don't feel valued. It makes a huge impact on your life. Just gonna move this over. Shifting burdens. Don't take on other people's burdens just to take them on. It's one thing if you switch chores, say, hey, if you do dishes, I do laundry. Hey, if you have a partner who doesn't help you around the house, tell them, hey, for 15 minutes, can you help me do something? Or will you spend time with me doing this? And then for 15 minutes, we can do something you like. It's only 15 minutes. And if someone can't give you 15 minutes, you look at them and say, I can give myself 15 minutes to walk out of this door. So if you can't give me 15 minutes and I can give myself 15 minutes, I'll give myself the rest of everything. So don't be greedy, give 15 minutes. And you have 15 minutes for yourself. It takes a lot of times more than 15 minutes to shower if you're thorough. If it's less than 15 minutes, I'm slightly worried about your hygiene and stuff like that, but I'm not your doctor, so it doesn't matter. But if they can't even give you enough time it takes to like take a shower, then what are you doing? Don't give when you don't get, period. It's good to be generous, but a lot of times if you're always generous, some people, they get greedy. Social disapproval. Some of you, someone's just trying to make you look bad. For some of you, someone's just trying to make you feel bad and make you feel like you don't belong. You belong here. You want to know how I know that? You were born. The moment you were born, life said, let there be life. Let there be light into this world. Let there be more beauty. You were born. You deserve to be here. And it's not your fault, and it's not on you if people disapprove of the fact that you were born. You could easily do the same, but what's the point other than everyone just wasting each other's time? So you just say, look, I was born, and if you don't like it, go hang out with someone else who was born. I'm meant to be here. That's why I'm alive right now. If I wasn't meant to be alive, my life would be gone like that. I'd be snuffed out. And honestly, I would tell them, and I feel like you're just snuffing me out. What are you, a hitman or something? Are you plotting? Are you planning? Go pick somebody else. I deserve to be here just as much as you do. We both came in this world the same way. More than likely, someone gave birth to us. So unless you can, I don't know, walk on water, turn water into wine in front of me, create some kind of beautiful miracle, go be someone else's miracle. I'm looking for real miracles. I'm looking for real faith, real hope, real guidance. I don't know what you're trying to give me, but this is not it for me. So go pick somebody else. I mean, you can literally say that word for word. You can practice it, but stand up for yourself. Financial insecurity. Some of you don't want to quit your job because you know you need the money. There are so many jobs and you're replaceable just like that. You could work for a company for 40 years. I've known some people who've worked for companies for a long time. And one day, boom, they're fired. They lose their job just like that. No warning. No real good reason except for we're making cuts. So don't show a place loyalty that you work at, because I promise you, you are just a number. Sure, there might be some people that care, but the big dog upstairs, they ain't watching you working hard all day. They don't care about your overtime. Take it from someone who knows. Take it from someone who's worked way more than 40 hours in a week at one job and had 2 other jobs. Run that through your mind, okay? Guess what? No longer there. I realized, you know what? I would rather try and like get rid of everything I own, try and find someplace else to live, or live with other people, or do whatever I can, take whatever side jobs I can and be my own boss, than put up with someone who treats me like a number. And I promise you, I've been told you're replaceable, or I wish I had so-and-so back. Guess what? They left for a reason. Guess what? I left too. Bye. It's a real thing. Non-commitment. Don't commit to those who don't commit to you. This is all definitely lining up. New approaches possible now. Yeah, try something new. Try something new. Like I said, try something new today. Whatever it is, something you've never done before. And see if your mind doesn't go, this is interesting. See if you're not inspired with new ideas. Your mind is beautiful and it's there for a reason. Use it to create what it is that you want. Emotionally ready to love again. For some of you, you want to love again. You're afraid because of past experience, because of non-commitment. Don't worry about that. Don't blame one person for all the other people you met. That's like blaming a whole country because one person is acting stupid. It's like tearing down a community center just because one person said so, and it helps like 1 billion kids. And that's a really far out there example, but it's true. A lot of community centers used to really be a big deal for kids, and a lot of times they'll get taken down for this, that, or the other. So don't let one person's decision or 100 people affect you. I have been in many different kinds of relationships, and I still love. I still believe in happily ever after. So as someone who's been there, done that, been through all kinds of really nasty, basty situations, don't let somebody hold you back from your happiness. Don't let somebody stop you from your happiness. That's what they want. That's what they want. They're cruel to you, and they demean you, and they're awful to you because they want you to think, oh, it's just going to be worse somewhere else, or, oh, I guess I'm just not worth it. No. Wrong. 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 You deserve the things you want in this life, and you can get them, but you have to believe, and you have to try, and you have to not give up until you get there. I'm still working on it. I'm still getting there. I will never give up, and I will never surrender. And honestly, couldn't tell you how many people told me I would fail. But here I stand today, proud of myself. And I have other people who are proud of me. The people who didn't tell me no. And even the people who did tell me no to some things, I don't care. It's my life. I only get this one life. This one time. I'm gonna do what I want, because tomorrow it could be gone like that. All gone. Just like boom, gone. You'll wish you ate that donut. You'll wish that, you didn't say that to whoever. You'll wish that you had quit that job and that you took a vacation, because you've been skipping all your vacations. I knew some people who would hold back their vacation after vacation after vacation. And, it was really, really awful. And it got so bad, people went to like the union. And so they're like, okay, we're starting a calendar. So all seniority gets vacations first, but everyone gets one in order. Like sometimes that's what it takes. You gotta fight for your right to party. Like that's a real thing. Work hard, play harder, enjoy your life. You're only here once, okay? Yeah, life's little joys. Oh, confirmation. Yeah. We're here not to be miserable, not to suffer, not to be whatever. Like, take a moment and breathe. Deeply in, deeply out. Doesn't that feel so good? Just that breath. You just took this moment for yourself. I'm so proud of you. Be so proud of yourself. Say, I'm proud of you for taking this moment for you. You matter. I love you. And practice that every day. And every day there will be some joy. You know what brings me joy? Helping people, healing people. If I helped one person today, I'm happy. I'm so excited. If I healed someone, hell yeah, I didn't go through all that for nothing. I taught somebody something. That's life. Not this other nonsense and shenanigans that you see before you. That's like blah, 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 blah. Keep talking that blah, blah, blah. I'm gonna keep saying nah, nah, nah. No, get out. Get out. Get out. I deserve to be here. I was born. I deserve to be alive. Or just, you know, take me out if it's that bad. Straight up. Which is not a very good message, but I mean, if you have to get nasty like that, get nasty like that. I've had to do it. And did I feel proud or whatever? No. But I felt real good when I was like, what, you gonna murder me? You want to see me in court? Like, that's intent to murder, you know? You want me to, like, end me? You want me to, what? I don't care what your problems are. They're not my problems. Like, I was happy till you showed up. I think you're the problem. And if I'm the problem, I need a detailed explanation as to why I'm the problem. And I need you to tell me how to fix it. And not in a way that's demeaning. I need constructive criticism that's actually going to help me. Like, don't call me names. You're just using words. What do you have? A dictionary saved up? Calm down. Like, for real. Some people just be calling you a billion names in a row. And you're just like, you come up with all that yourself? Was that original? Because it feels a little stale. I feel like I've heard this before. Pretty sure you're stealing some content there. Like, just go completely out of pocket. It might piss them off or whatever. And if you don't feel safe, always carry a taser and a knife. I'll be honest, even at work I did that. Because I would get touched without my permission, even by customers, by employees, whatever. Those people didn't get fired. Those people didn't get in trouble. In fact, I had to still work with them. Thank God I left, you know. Thank God I saw my worth. This ain't worth it. It was awful. Dreams and illusion. Go after your dreams. Quit following illusions. Go for the things you do want, not the things that you don't want. Woo woo! I feel a lot of emotion from you, my loves. And I'm sorry you're going through a hard time, but it ain't worth it, honey. It's not. It's not worth it, sweetie pie. Be a sweetheart, not a sweetheart. Talk sweet to yourself. Sweet talk. Talk kindly to yourself. Love yourself. And make sure the people around you talk kindly to you. And if they don't, make sure they apologize and correct their behavior. Sometimes we get a little heated. Sometimes we mess up. See if someone is trying to make a difference. If they're trying to make a difference, don't dog them. If you're trying to make a difference, don't be cruel to yourself. You are trying. Did you wake up this morning? Yes, you are trying. Some people are like, I don't want to wake up anymore. Did you brush your teeth? If the answer is yes, you're trying. You're being hygienic and you're making sure you ain't got that stinky breath. You know some people come in and you can smell their breath 10 feet away. That's what it feels like. Did you shower recently? If you did, I'm proud of you. Some people don't shower and you can tell as soon as they walk down. No, they don't even have to walk down the same grocery aisle you're on. You can smell them at the end of the aisle. There's one time this happened to me. I smelled a rank onion smell. I ran. I thought I was going to vomit. It was bad. Okay. It's a real thing. You showed up. That's what matters. You tried. That's what matters. And hell yeah, empower yourself. Because you tried. That takes a lot. To have faith, courage, hope, to try, that's everything. Loving yourself, that's the hardest thing you can do in this world. Try it. You'll like it. All right. Now for the next question. Oh yeah, message from your angels, I think I'm at. Wait a second. Oh, helping guidance. My bad. Stuck in a difficult situation. Boom, right there. You know what will help you? Choosing not to stay stuck in a difficult situation. Look, first, always find ways to improve it. Don't just diss it, leave it. Give it a week. And try all kinds of creative methods. Even look some up online. How to deal with someone who's overly sensitive. How to deal with a difficult coworker. How to better tackle management, you know. How to ask for a raise. Like, there's so much research and it's so easy between AI, Google, and all that. There's no reason not for you to look outside the box, for you to get out of whatever kind of funky, unky, you're in, okay? Don't stay stuck just because you can, just because it's difficult. That is what makes it so worth it. Every single time I've been through pain, I'm like, oh, all this pain is making me, so much stronger. And after this, I'm going to be able to handle this like nobody's business. I've already been through this. I've seen this. I've done this. I've lived this. I have this experience and I know what to do. Because life is about learning. But once you learn, once you go through that pain, that power that you get, knowledge is power. Pain is power. And you use that to fuel you. And just say, I'm going to live my life for me today. Live your life for you today. Now your angels, disagreement and content. Your angels aren't happy with the fact that you're putting up with crap. Okay? They're tired of you accepting people telling you no, or people just acting like you ain't nothing. I always tell everyone, I don't care if you're rich, you're poor, I don't care what kind of house you have, I don't care what you do all day. You know what I care about? How do you treat me and how do you treat others? If you're genuinely a good person and you treat people well, I effing love you. And if you don't, you are getting nothing out of me. Because I've met all kinds. And I've been around all kinds. I don't care who you are. Treat people like they're people. Maybe it's because I have a justice complex. Maybe it's because I believe in justice. Someone's got to. Here I am. Hello. You deserve good things. Basically, your angels are like, don't take it. It ain't worth it. Now, your spiritual fam, your guides, what goes up must come down. Yep. It's called gravity for a reason. There's a reason why the word gravity was made. Life is full of ups and downs. And we may not always handle them the best. But what matters is facing them and trying to handle them, trying to get through them, and really just trying. Even if you're not trying your best, sometimes you can't be your best all the time. You can't. Sometimes you get depressed, whether it's seasonal depression. Some people just get depressed because seasons change. It affects their body in a negative way and they can't help it. And they try and they try and they try. And we can be proud of them for trying because they didn't ask for this. It's just a part of their life. You know, some people are born without the ability to walk. They didn't ask for that, but they're still trying to live. Just try. And it's not going to be beautiful all the time. It's not going to be perfect all the time, but remember, take that deep, deep breath in. Deep, deep breath out. and say, I'm proud of myself for giving this moment to myself. And I'm proud of myself for trying, because that's all I can do. No one is born knowing everything. We all have to learn how to talk, how to walk, how to eat. We're formed based on what we're taught, and you can re-teach yourself. So, what have you been taught, and what do you want to learn? What do you want to teach yourself today? That you matter, of course. Now then, what's going to happen after this? Uncertainty. Nothing in life is guaranteed. Nothing in life is certain. You can think that you're going to have lunch at 3 o'clock. For all you know, everyone cancels because of some crazy wreck on the highway. Okay? Crazy stuff like that happens. Life isn't about being uncertain about everything else. Always be certain in self. Get to know yourself. Get to know yourself. Don't be unsure of yourself, because stability within self is the most important thing. When you're stable within yourself, you're easily able to figure out, okay, this is for me, this is not. This is how I should be treated, this is not. This is what I like, this is what I don't. Hard time deciding things. That's why I say write it down on paper and ask yourself, what happened? How did it make you feel? Okay. If this happens again, what will you do to make yourself feel the way you want to? Let's say you're having a really stressful day. Let's say you're a kindergarten teacher. You got a billion kids around you and they're driving you crazy. Take a moment and breathe in. Breathe out. Sip on some water. Hold your water and say, every time I drink this water, it relaxes me and it heals me and it gives me everything I need. Just say, this water is good energy, and drink that water. Water has memory in it. You're technically doing water magic. Just thought, intention, action. Every time I drink any water, I always set an intention. Usually it's like, I'm drinking this water, it's healing water. Because it is. Our body is mostly made up of water. We need water. And some of you are dehydrated. Like, it feels that way, is what I'll say. So, even when life is crazy, take that moment for yourself. You're worth it. You matter. So, yeah, is this going to be difficult? Of course. But it's worth it because you are. Now, since I technically kind of already asked for some advice, I'm going to ask, what is making you beautifully divine at this time? So, see this chain and this stone? Rip your own chain off and be set free. That is really the analogy I'm getting. This is the stone that the deck chose. Originally it goes on a keychain, but I had it in my pocket for like ever. And as you can see, it broke. And I was like, okay, I need to take this off. And you can tell I've had it a long time because it's like corroding the metal and everything. So this thing's been around for a hot minute. So how are my loves divine at this time? Oh, that's a lot. All right, I see you. All you see is this. You can think of hand from, almost said family, Adams, the Adams family. You know, thing. I was like Cousin It earlier today. The wind was blowing my hair all in my face. I started laughing. I'm like, I look like Cousin It. So funny. I personally love the black and white version, the original, the TV show. That's my favorite. It's a classic. My mom showed it to me when I was growing up. Loved it ever since. I thought always like the chick that played like the Morticia lady, she was so pretty. And she had that like classic kind of beauty about her. And she just seemed like quirky and cute. Whereas like in like Addams Family, like the movie and Addams Family Values, they make her more like dangerous and cold. Like, they changed the family a lot. So, I mean, it was relevant for that time frame because they made a lot of movies like that. But I love the classic one more because it was more like quirky and sweet. And I haven't bothered to watch the Wednesday show or whatever because it's just high school TV shows and stuff are not my thing. Like, I already lived through school. I don't want to watch somebody else do it. It was terrible and awful and I hated it. Those are your growing pain years for those of you who are into stuff like that. Kudos to you. Although I love Boron High School Host Club because it's so not like school. It's literally about like some goofy ass rich kid starting a club to like just flirt with people when they get paid. That's what a host club is. It's really popular in Japan and it's hilarious. It's so out of pocket, and it's a reverse harem, which is like the girl, like all the guys fall in love with her, and it's just so funny because they try so hard and she doesn't notice any of it. And I can honestly relate, like, same. I can't tell if someone's, like, flirting with me or they're interested in me. You have to tell me point blank, I like you, I want to be with you. Because I'll never know until years later when you're like, yeah, I thought you were cute or something. No, really? Whereas if, like, I'm into you, if I'm in love with you, if I have a crush on you, I'm going to tell you straight up. In fact, recently, this guy who's, like, super hot, super famous, I was like, I'm kind of in love with you. And then I think I said I've loved you, and like I sent him a message before that. And this might be toxic, I don't care, I'm just being very real. Anyway, first I was like, you deserve a lot of congrats, whatever, got ignored. Everything I did got ignored. I was like, okay. So I just said I loved you, and your silence says it all. I won't bother you again, and I'm sorry. And I felt good. I was like, you know what? I told my truth. Like, I meant it. And if they don't want it, I didn't really have any expectations, but it felt good to get it out there. So maybe some of y'all have a crush on somebody and you need to just tell them. Because otherwise they'll never know. Because there are dunces like me who don't know. That's why I'm so direct, and I'll be like, I think you're hella fine and I wouldn't mind if you were mine. I've done that, you know? And am I like, do I have so much anxiety? Duh. But I have more anxiety not confessing versus after I confess. It's over. It's done. And whatever happens, happens. If they tell me I'm a moron or whatever, I don't care. I spoke my truth. I'm so proud. I did something that was terrifying, which they completely ignored me, which I knew they would. And I was like, same. But I said I wouldn't bother them again, and I won't. So I'll stay true to my word, you know? So universal fertility growth. So you're growing, you're learning, you're becoming abundant. We have infinite love, creator. Infinitely learning to love yourself, to create your own reality. Earth angel values, figuring out what values are best for you and what are not. One of my most important values is just always being really open and honest, even if I think it's gonna hurt or whatever, because it's so much painful to hold back in life than to just do the damn thing and just show up, show out. It's over with. And it, you know, it might take a while for things to settle down. That's fine, but your soul will feel uplifted because you're true to yourself. Your heart will feel free because you freed yourself. Your mind will be clear because you're not sitting there overthinking or dwelling on things. Like, start today, do something today. Absolute wisdom, memorable. You're becoming wiser, you're learning more. You're trying to remember what you've been through, and you're trying to create new memories as to what you want to do. Strategist. strategist. I say it like strategist, like it's all one word. Strategist, planner. It's probably because I'm Southern. Yeah. You're making plans. Make plans. Don't make excuses. You're starting to think, what do I want? How can I get there? So that's a beautiful divine energy. The fact that you're trying, you're learning, you're growing, you're paying attention, you're focusing on, you know, always pick someone or surround yourself with people who have similar values, because when you don't, it's going to upset you. Like if you don't believe in cheating and you hang out with a cheater, you're going to get triggered and annoyed because they are cheating. Take it from somebody who knows. Okay? Been there, done that. And I was like, If you don't like people who don't lead by example, they'll tell you what to do and they don't do it themselves. They're a hypocrite, basically. You do this and I'll do this. Lack of standards, really. Don't do it. You're just going to be like, why are you always telling me I have to do it, but you don't have to do it? Like, that's just insane. Why should I do it if you're not willing to? That doesn't make any sense. Like, have you ever even tried doing this? Or are you just lazy? That's really what it's about. It's like they just don't want to. They just don't want to try, really. So, I'm proud of you for trying to learn, for trying to grow, and for showing up today. I appreciate you, my loves. Many blessings, loves. If you ever need me, you know where I'll be. How to contact me is in my description box. And I'm talking about like need, not just like a want. You know. Need, like, I need to talk to somebody because I'm struggling. I'm here. If you just want to talk about like your cat sparkles, we can somewhat. But I don't want to talk like hours and hours about cats because like that's not my style. Some people are obsessed with cats. I'm not obsessed with animals like that. I don't even know why I got cat sparkles. Maybe some of you have a cat named Sparkles. I don't know. The only cat I ever truly loved, she was old and struggling so bad and had so many health issues. We had to put her down. Had her for well over 15 years. Got her from a trailer park. This lady was like, my cat just had kittens under the trailer, pick one. And my mom and my sister were like, we want this one, we want this one. It was this gray one. And I wanted this cute little pumpkin kitty. And I said, I'm not leaving without this cat. And I was so stubborn, we got the cat. And I talk about her like she's still here. I actually have dreams of her, or I'll feel her with me. Same thing with like my other animals. It doesn't make me cry when I wake up. Yeah, I miss them. But she's the only cat I ever loved. When you called her, she would come and meow at you. She was so personable. She was a little brat. Like, if she's mad at you, she'd like pee on the floor wherever. Even in front of like the litter box. That's a total cat thing to do. But like, I loved her. And I don't think I'll get another cat. Cause like, I'm more of a dog person personally, because like I want something that'll cuddle you all the time and cares about your thoughts and feelings. Cat don't care, okay? Most cats. There are some cats that do, but most cats I've met, they're like, you've pet me too much. Let me bat you. Like, you know that paw thing where they smack you? And I'm like, okay, if I lay on my dog and cuddle it, which I don't have one right now. The last one I had, I had put her down because her arthritis was so bad and she was taking so much medication and she was in a lot of pain. And I was like, she fought me. She didn't want to take the meds, and her back legs got to where she couldn't really use them. And I was like, okay, it's time. So I haven't had another pet since. I lived with someone who had, you know, pets a little while back. But as for me, like actually getting one myself or choosing one, I love way too hard for that. When I'm all in, I'm all in, and when it's gone, I'm broken for a while. At least a full year of trying not to think about it and trying to smile again. And it's the same thing for me with relationships. That's why I'm really careful about my relationships, because when I let you in, I have to leave. Oh my God, I scream, I cry, I just die inside. And then I'm reborn into someone who's like, I'm proud of you for getting back up again. I'm proud of you for smiling again. I know when my mom lost her mom, it still hurts her to this day. It's been a couple of years and she still feels bad. She feels guilty. Basically, they ruled that my grandma like OD'd, but she tried to self-exit quite a few times before that. So I just tell my mom, you know, she's so much better off. She was so miserable for so long. At least she's finally free. And it's really hard to talk about that with my mom because I'm someone who tried to self-exit a lot from before the age 14 to my early 20s, maybe late 20s minimum. Now I'm getting my shit together in my 30s, go figure. I'm a slow learner, what can I say? But I put a joke in there because I'd rather laugh than cry, but if you're going through a hard time, I don't mind being there. If you just want someone to talk to, I don't mind being there, because everybody deserves to be loved, deserves to be cared about, and they matter. However, if you come at me sideways, upside down, crazy, and try and be disrespectful, I'm gonna block you. And I'm going to tell you exactly what I think of you first. So I'm going to let you know, this is how you acted, and this is how I choose to be treated. And clearly you don't care because you came at me backsassing to begin with. We'll never be friends. I'll never unblock you. Once you're out, you gone. Once I say bye, I'm out permanently. My cutoff game is crazy strong because I have no choice. Because if I keep going, my heart's going to bleed, you know? As someone who's like a really hardcore empath, I can watch regular horror movies and stuff really easily because it's fake. But when it comes to like watching real life struggles, like a victim speak out, etc., I feel all their emotions and I break, and it triggers, you know, stuff that I've been through, and I just tell them I'm proud of you. But I can't do that. I can't even listen to sad songs, y'all. If I listen to a sad song, I'ma cry. I don't know if it's because I'm like Pisces with like Cancer rising or whatever. I think it's Cancer rising. I'm not good at astrology. I looked at my chart maybe a couple times. I think I posted on Instagram once, some of it, but I got a lot of water and a lot of fire in my chart. I ain't got no air in my chart, I think. I think I have some earth in my chart, but I'm mostly water and fire. So I'm either like emotional or like passionate and driven. So, yeah. I'm a lot for myself. So I take everything very seriously, but I choose not to take things personally. Do I tell someone I refuse to take this treatment? Do I block them? Yes. But I don't do it in a way that is demeaning. I don't go calling them names. I don't go just saying, you know, you're a terrible person. I just say, this is how you behaved. This is how you acted. This is how you treated me. This is how I prefer to be treated. I'm not going to speak to you or talk to you if you're going to demean me in any kind of way, you know, just being cruel to be cruel. I'm not for you, and you're not going to like me. If you're genuinely a good fucking person, we'll be besties for life. If you're not for me. And I'm going to find out real quick, I promise. Now, I might see what you do. I'll be like, okay, this is how you acted towards me. This is how I prefer to be treated. Do you think you could do this? If the answer is no, boom, block. Bye. Bye. See ya. Don't want to be ya. Ah, no. Because you are who you hang out with. You are who you talk to. Everything you consume, everything you do, that creates your mental. That creates your mind. I love deep conversations, intellectual conversations, weird, crazy conversations, but miserable people who are cruel for no reason. You know, as a kid, sure, I did that because I was like that, but I grew up. And even when, like, I completely hated myself and wanted to die every day, I didn't tell anyone. I didn't take it out on anyone. I just wanted to go quietly into the night, into the day, whenever it was. And now I want to live and heal and breathe and help people. How awesome is that? So if you're feeling low, lower than the floor, just do the Peter Pan dance. Feel free to look that up. You'll get a kick out of it. It's so stupid, but it's so funny. But yeah. If you're struggling, I'm here. And I'm not about name calling or calling out, but I am honest. I actually once had this guy say, I'm probably going to get called out for this, but I have a crush on you. And I was like, thank you for telling me. I'm honored that I could be your crush. And, you know, chatted with him. And I was like, I'm sorry, your values and expectations, they don't really match mine. We don't really have similar goals. So I appreciate you, but it's simply not a match. And, you know, that's how you treat a human being when you say, you know, I don't think this can work. You don't fuss, you don't cuss, you don't push them over their limit. The only time people scream is when they've been pushed over the edge, when they're at their breaking point, you know. It's like that one last rep you gotta get, like, oh, lift it, you know. And it's the same thing with heartbreak. So pain makes you stronger, but don't give yourself pain on purpose unless it's growing pains, you know. If I keep doing this, I'm going to get stronger. I'm going to get better in a healthy way. Like, it's a pain in the butt to do a full face care routine morning and night. But I do it, and ever since I've been doing it for, like, how many years has it been? It's been at least 3, 4, something like that. But yeah, that I'm like really committed to it. I cannot complain about my face. My skin is usually always clear and it's nice and it makes me so happy. And anytime I don't put that effort in, I can tell. So put effort in and see the results. And when you slip up, you'll see the results. So everything you do, butterfly effect, there's a result. Every little thing you do matters. Every little thing you do counts. So what do you want to do that's going to make something count for you? So many blessings, loves. I hope this helped you. Thank you so much for all of your love and support. I appreciate you so much, and you mean a lot to me. So Magi Goddess loves you, so make sure to love you too. That's in my song, You Matter, because I wrote that for y'all, because you do matter. I wrote that for everyone. I love you, loves. Love, Magi Goddess.